How to grow your Facebook gaming audience. How to grow from zero. Perrin actually took a dive into a game that nobody's really playing on Facebook gaming. Meanwhile, AWOL's kind of on the other side of the fence. He's jumping into the Minecraft scene. We're going to learn about both of those. So first, I want to go ahead and kick it over to Perrin. And I want to ask about your experience playing Star Citizen, because there can't be too many people playing this game on Facebook gaming. So is there a unique advantage in this for you?
Yes, I don't know if I knew that right away. I just went to Star Citizen because it's what I was playing, and I kind of had a feeling it wasn't going to do well in a lot of places. I'm restreaming using Restream.io, so when I go live to Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and I have Mixer on there, but Mixer never works. Yeah. So the test was interesting because I knew Star Citizen, it's not the biggest game. It's still an alpha. There's a lot of controversy around it. It's been in production for 8 years and it's still an alpha, and the ships are like incredibly expensive. It looks like it's just kind of like from the outside, there's some issues with it, but it did really, really well on Facebook because nobody else was streaming it. And if you're looking at my page, I know I've got 13,000 followers, so it looks like I've got an audience on there. I was inactive on my page for too long. They pretty much don't do anything and engage with anything on my page. Like, I was inactive for too long. Maybe one or two from that 13,000 might come in to see something. So when I streamed, I basically was starting with nothing. And what I found was, because nobody else was doing it, I had constant traffic coming in my stream. So I had a constant concurrence from anywhere from 5 to 20. And anybody could do this. I looked at this as like, wow, anybody could do that. Anybody could pick a game. First of all, the game has to be on Facebook Gaming. As long as nobody else is streaming it, if you stream it, you're going to get that audience of people coming in consistently looking at your stream. And so I got a decent amount of views, a decent amount of concurrence for having basically no audience. It's something that anybody could do when they're starting. And it's the best test that I've had so far in the past, 2 weeks for Facebook gaming, as Star Citizen, just because nobody else is streaming it. And even though there might not be a lot of people watching it, there were enough coming in curious as to what it might be about, curious that somebody was even streaming it. So I didn't need advertising. I didn't need to do anything except figure out what game nobody was streaming, which I didn't really know at the time. I just did it anyway and then figured that out later. And then from there, you can get organic audience, which organic is just audience you didn't have to pay for. You can just get naturally through the platform's algorithms.
That's great. I really, really like that. I've experienced that same story with a couple clients I've worked with, that when a new game came out, I think it was Fallout 76, one of the folks on my Discord server who had no audience was streaming Fallout 76, was like the only person streaming it during this 4-hour period during launch, because not that many streamers on Facebook gaming, right? There's less streamers there than any other platform. And he was getting a 500 concurrence out of nowhere with no audience. And so that is old school Twitch opportunity, right? Like, remember back in the day, you used to be able to stream video games and get viewers for nothing? That opportunity exists on Facebook gaming if you can find the open spots. And I've experienced the same thing with some more popular games that I've played, like older popular games that nobody was playing anymore. And all of a sudden it triggered people that have elected to follow that particular game on Facebook. And so if you go to, I'm going to pull it up right now. If you go to facebook.com/gaming, you can kind of research what these are, and you can look and see how many followers that game literally has, like the page has. And people will follow a game. They won't actually, here you can hit browse games. They won't actually like watch any content for it. And then like a year later, if you play some old game that they like said that they were interested in, like Age of Empires, for example, and you're the only person streaming Age of Empires, boom, all of a sudden hundreds, maybe thousands, maybe tens of thousands of people will be recommended your stream. And you'll get some viewers as a result from zero, absolutely for free. That's really interesting. So was that your most successful test then was doing Star Citizen. I see that you got 1.5K views on this particular stream for free, which is great. You know, considering you didn't run any advertising, you didn't have audience for it. Was that your most successful test so far?
Yeah, I had another similar one in the very beginning when I started with Skyrim that had a similar effect, and I think it was just for the same reason. I managed at some point to hit a time when nobody else was doing Skyrim, and so I got that same kind of punch. So I know 1.5K views might not seem like much, but we're talking about free here. We're talking about, and the real thing was when I was live was the concurrent viewership that was coming in and asking. And that's important on Facebook when you have people come in your stream like that and maybe even come in and like it, because you can actually go back to your past streams. And this is kind of a pro tip, but you can actually go back to your past streams, look at the likes, and invite them all to like your page. So anybody who comes in as a potential current viewer you actually have an actionable way to bring them in as a page follower without having to try to rope them in during a stream. So getting that concurrent viewership organically without having anything else, I thought that was important to show, even though the views are kind of like low, what you guys might think. It's important if you're starting from nowhere. That's something that you can build off of very quickly, that concurrent viewership. And so you're showing right now how you go through and you invite people to like. So that's a little pro tip for today's stream. That's an important function to be doing, because sending those notifications out for people who are in your stream, I find that they likely do come back and they likely do follow. And then you can begin converting them into a regular viewer. And so you can take that organic viewership that you're getting for free and begin to systematically convert them into regular viewers of your content. Now you need to talk to them, see if they like what they're watching. What I found is on Facebook, a lot of them will ask me to play other games. So especially Fortnite. So I've begun to kind of dive around to different games. And recently I've been trying Minecraft Dungeons to not quite as much success, but AWOL, I know you're having a lot more success there with that game.
I think he's muted.
Minecraft Dungeons is doing really well for me. And on YouTube, I am kind of blowing up for the game. I'm getting like, one of my videos I just released in the last couple days got 20,000 views on YouTube. So without paying any money on YouTube, I'm doing really well. And my channel is now exploding because of the game. So I'm trying to see how can I do a Minecraft dungeon strategy on Facebook and make it work. I got to tell you, it's not going anywhere near as well on Facebook. And I'm trying out a bunch of different things. Right now I've got 3 different sets of advertisements set up for my Facebook page to try to get likes for Minecraft Dungeons. So far, those haven't really served very well yet. And you know, one thing that I've also been testing is after my stream ends, you can boost your stream and you can show it to your current followers of your page or anyone you'd like. So one thing that I'm testing right now, like I did this promotion on this stream after the stream was over, I paid money, $3, just $1 a day for 3 days, and it's not over yet. And I'm doing through plays, and I'm advertising my live streams that I've done to my current people that have liked my page already. So to Perrin's point a moment ago, people like you on Facebook, and if you don't keep streaming and keep engaging with those people on Facebook, they just won't see your streams anymore. They won't even be recommended to them anymore. And they're just basically dead. Like, it's just a dead like sitting there. So what I'm trying to find out is if I boost a live stream that I've already done and I only target the people that have liked my Facebook page, can I revive those old people? See, I'm doing worldwide people who like AWOL Digital, and that's it. I'm just showing them my old live streams and advertising so they see it. Can I revive those dead corpses sitting there that have liked my page? Can I get their attention again? Can I get them interested in me again by running a very cheap $1 a day advertisement on my live streams to get them to re-engage with my page? The verdict is out on that. I'll let you know if that works. But that's one way I'm testing to see if that can get those users kind of in the algorithm to, maybe if they like this, right? If they watch it or they give it a through play, maybe the Facebook algorithm will say, oh, well, this guy who liked AWOL's page that I wasn't serving content to in the past, perhaps I should try serving it to them in the future. It's a test that's worth doing. But to Andrew Perrin's point, you can pay for followers on Facebook gaming. And right now I've got 35,000 followers. Almost all 35,000 of my followers are ones that I acquired through advertising for Anthem, the game I was covering before. And so when I went live with Minecraft Dungeons, only like 10 viewers that, you know, ever participated in chat with me on Anthem in the past actually showed up for my Minecraft Dungeon stream. So what this makes clear to me is that Facebook really splits up your viewership by game. It really algorithmically will only show people content for a particular game if it definitely knows they are interested in that game, that particular game, and they've expressed interest in that game. So even more than YouTube, I would say, Facebook is a platform that rewards you on a per game basis, rather than people just generally liking you. Now, you can probably mitigate this problem by streaming every single day and people just engaging with whatever you're doing. I think you can definitely help with that. But if you can only stream, let's say, infrequently, a few times per week, then Facebook is probably going to punish you as a result. That's one thing I'm seeing here. It's going to punish you hard. If you only stream a handful of times per week and you're switching games, you're not going to grow. That's what I'm seeing right now. Are you seeing anything different there, Perrin?
Yeah, so you hit on something that we need to test a little bit, but I suspect that whenever you go live and Facebook's algorithm, when it goes to share, it decides where to share this live stream, it is not going to hit a user that has not liked or followed that game's page. You know, if it hasn't engaged with any type of content that is related to that game, it's not going to show it to that a user who hasn't done those things. So the in terms of Facebook and programming your page, when you're going to have to grow around a single game, and for variety streamers, I think it will be a little bit more challenging. You're going to have to run like multi-growth ad strategies, and you're going to have to look at what I want to test next is a more generalized growth. Like, let's just find people who are interested in watching gaming live streams in general, and maybe just pick a game type. I still don't think that's going to work though, because in Facebook gaming, it's designed around following the games. So if you haven't followed, for example, Minecraft Dungeons and all these other people that follow Anthem, when AWOL streams Minecraft Dungeons, they're just not going to see that notification. They're just not going to see that come up on their page, their newsfeed, anywhere, because they aren't in that audience set on YouTube's backend in its algorithm. Until they go and they follow that game, or they come to AWOL's page and they like his stream. That's another way of maybe getting around it, is you have to like the stream that's tagged with that game. That way in the algorithm on Facebook's side, it says, oh, that user has liked something associated with that game. So we can maybe target them again to see if they'll follow the game. But if you've never done that, the Facebook's algorithm will not touch you. So I think that's important in terms of building your audience or building your viewership based on Facebook. You have to understand how to develop and build audiences on Facebook. You have to begin to learn then Facebook advertising and how to utilize it. And I know we want to do some episodes on that. We're gearing up for that, guys. I'm gearing up to do some YouTube videos myself, but we need a little bit more time to test. That stuff changes pretty rapidly over time. And then this new landscape, we need to execute new tests. And sometimes they can take a month or two to really get enough data to talk about.
Yeah, that makes sense. And one thing that I'd like to point out that almost all of the top streamers do, and this is something that I'm going to start doing, and you should start doing this too, Perrin, is creating clips from your live streams. So whenever
I have started doing this, actually. I've been exploring clips.
You have?
It's tough to do, yeah. And I'll let you finish so I know exactly what you're going to say, and I just interrupted that. You're going to talk about the clips section on the individual game page, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So why don't you talk about what you've done? But yeah, I mean, if you look at any game on Facebook and the app is similar, you're going to see the game, you can follow it, you're going to see what's live right now, as you can see right here in this section. And then right below that is the top clips of the week. Not top streams that are archived, but the top clips of the week, as you can see right here. And so if you can get your clip in this section, that can be a significant way to get free promotion through Facebook, essentially, is by having like a really smoking hot clip that maybe would catch other people's attention.
So you can strategize around there, and I haven't gotten this far yet. I was close. It takes me a long time to clip, and this is something in the kind of like live streamer creator lifestyle that's a bit tough. It's going back through a 4-hour stream and clipping it. That takes a lot of time to do. But on Facebook, they designed that to be important. And you could tell they were looking at Facebook as, how are we going to attract people to this game? No one's going to watch a 5-hour live stream out the gate to consume that content and get interested. They're going to consume bite-sized chunks of content. This is Facebook. I mean, we can only hold their attention for 15 seconds at best, right? So they designed the game pages to list clips as the most important first media type that any new viewer looking at that game will come and see. And that's because it's short form content that's more easily digestible. So what you can do is, if you go back through your live streams, and I think they also did this purposely because they want live streamers to do this. You go back through and you clip the highlight moments of your streams, and it will automatically list if you can rank and categorically in there and have more views than everybody else. It'll automatically show your clip there if you're beating everybody else numbers wise. Now, you don't necessarily have to organically beat everybody. You can take that clip and just promote it until you're on the front of the clip section if you wanted to. So there's a specific strategy there to get your brand, your gaming brand's like kind of content face out in front of everybody. And yeah, it might use a little bit of promotion, but it probably won't take a lot, especially if you're doing what I said earlier and you're hitting games that really aren't very active at all. In fact, you could just totally fill up all the clip space with just your clips, which I can totally do with Star Citizen right now, and I pretty much plan on doing that. So
I'm going to do this thing. I'm glad we're doing this podcast. I'm going to do this for Minecraft Dungeons, and I'm just going to do my clips. I'm going to run ads on my clips, and I'm just going to take all the top spots.
Ross, looks like you have a question, I think.
Yeah, I was just going to say, because this is the first time I've actually really been introduced to actually doing the clips here. So when you're doing the clips, is this something, and this is going to be a really stupid question, but I'm asking anyway. When you're doing the clips, is this something that you actually do, like go back to your stream in Facebook and do, or do you have to do it outside of the stream, upload it as a post, and then kind of like tag the game like we've done in the past?
So it's, you have to go to Facebook Creator Studio.
I'm in there right now. Yeah, I'm showing the process. You go to Content Library.
Content Library, you go to the individual video, and then on the right side, there's a bunch of different things you can pick, and one of them is clips. It is not very robust, I will say. It's just a slider timeline thing, and you got to put the in and out points. Okay. So you could like watch it locally and just write down your in and out points, but you basically on a 5-hour long stream, you have to like almost manually type it in. It's really hard to slide the cursor right where you want it. So you got to do it by timestamp pretty much. But from there, you add a clip and you title it, and then you just save. And then it'll produce that clip, and it'll actually publish it to your timeline on your page when you do this as a separate thing. And then from there, once that's happened, once that clip gets published to your page, that's whenever Facebook Gaming can take a look at it and say, oh, that can go in our clips section now for that game.
How do you actually clip? So that's the thing that's like not apparent. You click on clips, there's nowhere to clip anything there. You click on your video, there's no way to clip it here either. So how do you actually do the clipping?
Let me see where you are.
I'm in Content Library under Posts.
Oh, okay. So click on a video. Click on a video. Any one of them will do. It will take a second to pop up. It's slow.
It's real slow.
Yeah. In fact, I actually had I was able to stack pop-ups. I was testing this yesterday because it was so delayed.
Okay, here I am.
Now hit edit post. There you go.
Dun, dun, dun.
If that's you might not be able to see you just stacked it because you multi-clicked it. So try to hit edit post again.
I clicked it.
By the way, I did see the option on the clips where you can actually download the clip after you've edited it, and that's great for repurposing your content elsewhere.
If you're advertising that AWOL, you won't be able to make an edit on it. So something that's not being advertised.
So I'll go select something that's not being advertised.
That's good to know.
If you're running an advertisement, you can't So let's pull up this
Yes.
piece of content.
That's kind of like, I already know that so well, but if you're ever advertising content, you can't go
Okay,
back
when you
and-
click edit, here we go. It's pulling up a separate menu, and then you go to video clipping
video
right
clipping,
here.
right there.
I see.
And now you can see where you add the timestamps. Once you have
Mm-hmm.
the timestamps, you can hit add clip. You can go through and add multiple. So you can go through and add like 10 clips out of it.
Mm-hmm.
If you hit add clip, you'll see it list then under your clips, and that's where you can edit the title.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, after you're done with all those clips, you would just save the whole video in the very lower right next to the published button there, the save button down there once you're done.
Okay, and then I hit save. And does it automatically publish it once I create it?
Yes,
you
so
can
it will take some time, and it's a bit buggy. I've made clips before, and then nothing happens, and I've had to go through and remake them because it's very slow on the Creator Studio backend. But once you create like however many you want, let's say you create 5 clips.
Yeah.
Once you hit save, you wait a little bit, and they will begin to post to your page. If you want to check on them, you can go back to the content library to clips to make sure that they're coming out correctly. But I would give it like a good 5 minutes to like before they're going to show up, because they take some time for some reason.
Got it. So don't make a clip unless you want it to actually publish to your timeline. So you could make like 10 clips and then you hit save and you're like, great, now these will be in my library. No, you just posted to your timeline 10 times. So you got to be really careful with that. That's not very clear on Facebook. Yeah.
Yeah, it will auto post those to your feed. So
That's great.
If you do like 15 clips, you're going to post 15 posts at one time on your Facebook page. So be careful with that. That can actually be bad for your strategy, I think.
Their algorithm loves that.
If you do something like that. If you go back and look at the Star Citizen I had on the top there, that was a clip that I was testing yesterday. Did it finally load? Because I waited. The coffee is a lie, that clip. So I clipped that and I waited for 2 hours and it still didn't show up. And I thought that it didn't work, but I had to wait for a long time for it to go and show up. So.
Okay, there you go. So that's how you do clips, guys. Okay, really quick, because I have to go in 3 minutes. So here's another thing I want to talk about when it comes to Facebook gaming growth, and that is the creation of a group. So I know how to create a group, and I know how to make the group grow, and I know how to make the group engaged. How powerful groups are in terms of boosting your live stream and what have you is the verdict is out on that. But I've created, for example, a Minecraft Dungeons community here, and in the first 3 days of me creating this community, we have 350 followers in this group. So I have been promoting this group through my Facebook videos, which have gotten about 50,000 views to push traffic over here. And I tell people on YouTube, through my YouTube videos, I tell people on YouTube, hey, if you want to join my community, unfortunately, we can't do a community on YouTube, but we can on Facebook. So link in the description below for tips, tricks, grouping up with people. It's a great community, blah, 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 blah. And I'm driving people over here to this Facebook group. So far, 350 people have joined. In the last day, 150 people got in here. So you can grow a group on Facebook really fast for a particular game, and it works. Now, how effective this is at promoting your live streams, how effective this is at actually helping you build any sort of real audience, the verdict is out on that. Obviously, Facebook groups can be effective, but I'm not sure how effective they are at promoting streams. So people say that it works. I haven't seen it actually work. So I will let you guys know. But everybody that's in here is interested in Minecraft Dungeons. I posted my stream in here today to like 350 people, and I barely got any viewership today with my live stream. So we'll see if this is effective as a live stream promotional method. At the very least, it's a great way to build an actual community of people that are nice and interested in your game and sharing information. And mine's very, very active already, with lots of people trying to group up, sharing off weapons and builds. So actual community building, check. Promotional power, I don't know. We'll see.
The verdict is out.
The verdict is totally out on that, and most likely it's not going to be great for promotional power. And they're probably going to reduce the effectiveness of groups for promotional power, because most people that try to request to be in your gaming group on Facebook are live streamers on Facebook, and they just join like 1,000 groups, and then they just auto spam their stream into all the groups to try to get maximum viewership. And like they're just trying to promote themselves. And so I think those people are ruining Facebook group promotion for everyone because they're trying to game the system. That's the way it works, right? As soon as some people try to start gaming the system, they ruin it for everybody else. And so, yep. And so that's the problem. People are trying to get easy viewers and mine them out. And yeah, you suck, everybody who does that. Thanks for ruining Facebook groups. Well, that's this episode about Facebook and what's been working for us and not working for us so far on Facebook. We'll keep you posted as we very actively spend money on advertising. We spend money on, I'm spending lots of money on advertising to test what works in terms of page likes, boosting posts. We're going to keep you posted on how to get your clips ranked. Once we get traction, once we see things that work, we're going to report them right back to you here on the Digital Drop Podcast. I got to go right now. So I'm going to hit the end button on the stream right freaking now. Adios, amigos. Keep creating content, and we'll see you in the next episode.